everybody. One of Weezem here Thursday. Whatever reason. Pretty excited though. We're going to take Elite Whirlwind down what I believe is her best path, the Tempest Dragon path. Now, originally with Whirlwind and SSA, I chose to take her down Ultimate Rainbow, or in part, Rainbow Singularity looked wicked cool. And it still does look wicked cool. But in Giants, when I got Series 2 Whirlwind, I made my promise that I told everyone. I kept my promise, I should say. I said whatever path I took, I would come in and I would take the other character down that path. And so that's what I did. And when I did that, a couple of them, Sonic Boom was the same way. But I still like Siren Griffin better. Media Griffin is crazy good, but to me Siren Griffin still... And why do I still know the names of the paths? I don't know. The things I embed in my brain. But Double Trouble, his doubles path, that actually turned out to be pretty good. But again, that was Conjure. I prefer Channeler. Again, I don't know why. It's in my head, but it is. But with Whirlwind, I have actually come in and I have stuck to Tempest Dragon. It's just a phenomenal path. It works great with the way I play the game. I was very, very close to taking Ultimate Rainbow with Elite Whirlwind just for kind of the nostalgia effect. I thought it would be crazy to have like the increased damage, etc. But if I can ever find Breeze, which I have no clue where her and Petback are, I do not see them locally. I don't see Gnarly Barkley. There's a lot of the like latest releases, they just like don't seem to come here. Same thing with the Amiibo. Amiibo's a whole nother nutshell though. That's basically built with 99% unobtainium. But before we get off on a tangent there at 3 in the morning, it's only 2 in the morning. Wow, I am really tired. But ultimately I think Breeze, if I can find her, Ultimate Rainbower, and then of course I'm going to stick to my guns here. Tempest Dragon just is really, really good, and I can't wait to have it be elite good. 3 times as good if you will. So, we're going to come in here and we're going to take a pointless cutscene just to showcase Tempest Dragon. Further develop your Tempest Cloud attack. Let's see if she says Tempest power when we get this. I've got to ask. Gale Force. Do any of you, when you upgrade, like, look up there at Callie and be, you know, just kind of like reminisce and kind of feel sorry for her? She looks lonely up there. We're done with the Doom challenge, you know. You can see the level 100 there. She's just kind of there. Here's Persephone, and it's like, what does Persephone have the tree? I guess it's convenience for us. But, I don't know. Anyway, let's just get back in here. I feel sorry for Callie, you know? Like, SSA, it was like, Callie. And now it's like Local H. Everyone's tired of Callie, so I don't know. I come up with really weird references when I'm this tired, but hey, some of you may appreciate it. I don't know. Some of you might go type in Local H and like, what is he talking about? Anyway, well, I'll expose you to all kinds of crazy things if you just stick around for the show. But Triple Rainbow, it's full on. Crazy upgrade. I never understood like where they came up with this. They've got like crazy Rainbow of Doom stuff, Atomic Rainbow, you know, just like Nuclear plus Rainbow, which is fantastic. You've got like the Tantrum and the Matrix and all these names for the clouds. A Triple Rainbow to me would have sufficed. I would have accepted what does it mean, but like it's full on. I don't know if there's like some reference I'm not picking up or something, but I've always been curious about that. 1054 is our price. Shoot a Tempest Cloud and 3 rainbows will chain off of it. I never really understood why this wasn't like included with Ultimate Rainbower. It just seems more in place there. I'm not gonna complain though, because then you kind of get like a perk down that path. So let's check this out.
Tempest power!
There we go, see? It's one of those little hidden meaning things. Alright, so there's our Tempest Cloud, and here's our rainbow. And I'm gonna have to get you a better angle. It's probably gonna be here. Now we're doing kind of like an M formation, a W formation, whatever you want to call it. Still 194 to 291. But again, it's increased our coverage area, so I should probably document that. Alright, 194 to 291. 3 rainbows off clouds. And you have to remember, you can have 3 clouds. So when we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get 3 rainbows. And then we come in here and we do that, we get And then we start shooting these. Again, the camera angles in this, it's very difficult for me to showcase things like they should be seen, but you get the idea. You can start like doing some chaotic things here, and that's part of the fun. So, up next is Tempest Tantrum. Think you're gonna enjoy this one if you don't remember it, or you're new to the series or something. But Tempest Tantrum, bigger Tempest Cloud, does increased damage with increased range. 1364 is our price with the discount. Keep in mind that's 19 wing sapphires. Other reason I'm doing this, I said I wanted to get Whirlwind and Trigger Happy's elite upgrades done before we moved on to the live stream and the final battle against Chaos. Thinking I'll do that before E3, not sure. But here we go. Still 5 instances of damage. 225 to 337, I believe. 112.5 would be halves. Yeah, they don't round up. 225 to 337, and it's still 5 times. And of course, you can have 3 clouds active at once. So there you go. And then of course, whenever we do this, you start chaining 3 rainbows off of them. Which again, for whatever reason, like different things in here register as barriers. And if we just had like a flat landscape or this registered that way, you could kind of like pick up on the colorful chaos that is this upgrade path. So nonetheless, very significant damage numbers there. 337 on the critical side, instances of 5. Even with 225, we're sitting at what? That would be 1,125. That's a lot of damage we can dish out. And then you multiply that by 3 conceivably. What will you have left on the screen at that point? If you're not playing Nightmare mode, probably nothing. So, unless you suck with aiming the clouds, which there's really no excuse for that when you can shoot 3 of them. Anyway, final one here. This is big. This is huge. This is the moneymaker. It is Tempest Matrix. Electricity forms between Tempest clouds that hurt enemies. 1860 is our price. I don't know that this registers here. I'm hoping it will, but
Gale Force!
Let's find out. So we're going to shoot one there, and one over here. Let's see. Anyway, there you go. You can kind of see, it's very voodoo-ish. And if you get like what I do, and it's very hard to do it in this area, is I make these crazy triangles. I call it like the triangle of doom. And I just stand in here and I daisy chain off of them. I try oftentimes not to hit the clouds actually. But it's what you can do with this stuff. It's very Tesla-like, you know, the 3, the 6, and the 9. And you come in and it's just voodoo. Show me what you got. This is like what I do with voodoo. You saw the damage numbers rack up. It's just a sight to behold. That would I'm trying to shoot one there and one
then
over
press
here.
the tag button again to return to playing as your Skylander.
That's about 7 instances, so it's 225 to 337 electricity between clouds. Damage numbers are going to hinge on numerous things, like how many times has a cloud attacked already. You know, when does the enemy walk in? Does the enemy step out? So you could probably see 5 to 10, I would think, would be your range. Obviously, if it's not ideal, you might see fewer than 5, maybe 2 to 5, and then 5 to 10 on the high side. But that's what that is, and essentially, again, it's hard to showcase it here due to its terrain, but if you want to know how I play the game with Whirlwind and why I prefer this path, I come in and number 1, something I've not talked about, especially now with the jump slam attack. If she doesn't have a jump slam, she just has to jump. That allows me to get even better arc on these. But she was always that guy or that gal that you would go to in SSA when you had like a high placed enemy. None of the others could kill it. Sometimes Terrafin and Slam Bam could with their punches, but most of the time, like, nothing would touch them. You know, there are no light cores, nothing crazy. And so you needed her lob to actually have the trajectory to do that. Now you can go even higher with her jump, but You've got that working for you, but then boom, 1, 2, 3, and then you just go to town. And if you can avoid hitting the clouds, that will sustain itself longer. You can oftentimes, when you get proficient with it, as the clouds start to expire or you hit one, you just renew them. And then if an enemy was pursuing you and they're like, haha, we're not going through the lightning, we've dodged it, and then you just bring in another cloud and their day is over. It's a shame we can't do anything quickly. But you get a feel for it, and I have to tell you, in-game, if you play around with this and you get good, you will not be disappointed. And it's very unlikely, unless you're like level 1, which with an elite, you know, you got a lot of leeway, actually. But if you get like Whirlwind up to level 10, and you're down Tempest Dragon, I should say, you're gonna do pretty good in 90% of the cases, I would say. So
Ready for another?
we are ready. This is a soul gem. It means very little to me because when my nephew is with me, we generally, well, I guess number 1 we're like Slam Bam and Terrafin, but number 2 we tend to do battle mode or like, you know, the competitive PvP type stuff. We don't do like the co-op playthrough. If, however, you do that, Whirlwind is a must-own in my opinion. She's kind of like the broccoli guy, before broccoli guy, if you will. Very, very beneficial here. Essentially, when you shoot the rainbow, it heals you. Plus, we get Boomer, and who doesn't want more Boomer in their life? That said, Rainbow of Healing. Rainbows heal your allies. 2480 is the price. Let's accept that. And there we go. Here's an idea. So you've seen Trigger Happy, perhaps, for Superchargers. What if, in the line of like Eon's Elite, assuming they do that again, or maybe they'll change the name. I think they should just leave it Eon's Elite, really. Stick to the same format. Maybe drop the price to $19.99. That would be advisable in my opinion. What if instead of doing characters in the mix, you know, like as much as I love Terrafin and Stealth Elf, they've already got Supercharger forms. What if then, in the Earth slot for Eon's Elite, maybe we have Dino Ring? And then what if in the tech slot for the Eon's Elite and Superchargers, we get Boomer back? Some of you might prefer to see Drobot. Picture Camo as in that would be inside. I wouldn't mind seeing Stump Smash. A lot of sentimentalities attached here. Undead Element. Think if we got ourselves a Ghost Roaster. Oh yes, an elite Ghost Roaster. Can you imagine? Skullmaster, 3 times as powerful. Anyway, I am waking up a little bit. My mind is giddy with excitement and anticipation here. But video is all about Whirlwind, or supposed to be anyway. I did Ultimate Rainbower first, and I literally, for Rainbow Singularity, instead of trying to document, I showed it to you, and I have in my official spreadsheet Psychedelic Freak Show. That's how tired I was. I'm still extremely tired. I'm coming around a little bit, just due to like forced activity. But I will end this. Elite Trigger Happy is up next. Be on the lookout for that installment of Skylanders Research. If you like what I'm doing here, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts relating to Whirlwind, what path you prefer, if you prefer Breeze, if you prefer Elite, if you're like, I've got Polar Whirlwind, I don't need another Whirlwind, all that stuff. And of course, any Skylander Supercharger stuff you want to throw out there, feel free to do so. I'll be making a lot of like, I guess my take, what I would like to see, what I'm curious about, things that I think should be done, things that I think should not be done. Gonna be some good stuff coming out of here. So as far as I know, I will not be at E3 this year, and basically what that means is that gives me a lot more time to do stuff like that. Of course, I'll bring you all the coverage. I'll include probably the best details. Let's just be honest, that's what I do. I get more into the game. I'm not concerned about me being on the camera or me talking to people. I just want information, factual, clean, concrete information, and I'll try to bring that to you. And I will also, in the meantime, rolling with that little hype train, I'm going to come in here, like I said, I'll throw out some of my ideas, see if maybe they can't be implemented, and see if maybe some of you agree with it. Maybe we can kind of push I feel like I have a good
Possession
connection with
when
the
you're ready to learn about
hardcore
upgrades.
fan base. That's kind of where I feel I fall in this niche, and that to me is the place to be with most games, unless you're doing it casually yourself. That is not the case with me in Skylanders, if you've noticed. That's why I do Skylanders research. But like I said, I'm tired. Hopefully you're asleep. Hopefully you're watching this and you're awake and having a good time. But I am very curious about everyone's thoughts on Supercharged. I've got some really cool videos coming up. Haven't made them, but I'm going to, presumably, as long as I'm not asleep. But I think, like I said, I'm going to throw out some cool stuff, see how everyone reacts to it. And who knows, maybe some of it, if we make enough ruckus, might get adopted into the game plan strategy. But that said, thanks so much for watching. Those links at the top of the video description, they are your friend. I encourage you to click them as well. You can go to oneofwisdom.com or the Skylander Club Forum. You can see my exclusive attack damage number spreadsheet there. If you're new to Whirlwind, be sure to check out all 3 parts. I take you through base upgrades, Ultimate Rainbow, and of course Tempest Dragon, which, yes, is my official endorsed and recommended path for beginners, veterans, rookies, pretty much anyone that just doesn't really want to be drawn in by Rainbow Singularity. And I do have to admit, I think Atomic Rainbow is the coolest looking part, and it's sadly on that path. But anyway, I'll quit rambling. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you back here for the absolute fun fest that it will be to see the damage numbers we can get out of